Hello, Libra. Welcome to your monthly reading for January 2026. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oh, yeah, we're going to jump right in. If you are new to my channel, I'm going to give you your astrological overview. Then I'm going to do your full Celtic cross spread. Then we'll break it down week by week. We'll pull more cards. We'll talk about more aspects. And then the second spread. But yeah, here we are. Happy 2026. I hope you had plenty of fun before actually these forecasts are going to go out before the New Year's, so happy New Year's as well. I hope that you brought champers for this video and some cake and your tool belt, because you're about to get really busy. Okay, for January, it is the first month of the first half of the once-in-a-lifetime multi-year rebirth, and you are going to be building that bridge toward your legacy. That is Capricorn energy. It's all about effort, hard work. It's all about gains, and you have the benefit of an exalted Mars in Capricorn. It's the strongest placement, so you're going to have this unbelievable, almost miraculous drive and discipline. It's really, really nice. And you haven't seen this in 2 years. So Capricorn rules your fourth house. You're going to have a lot of energy and emphasis, activity around home. Okay. Home is where the heart is. Venus is going to be in Capricorn, right? So family, really big energy here as well. But also, we're moving into Aquarius season, your BFF. So you're going to be focused on your future goals all month. Aquarius rules the future. Now, I want you to prepare right now to burn some calories, making a name for yourself. This is your fifth house. This is going to be special. Now, if you saw your 2026 forecast I did for your sign, which I'll leave at the end of this video. If you didn't, you're welcome. You know this is going to be a month. Now, what you saw in your 2026 forecast, we just scratched the surface. January is brimming with rare aspects and events and alignments, such as the 4-planet stellium in Capricorn. We have a 5-planet conjunction in Aquarius. We have 4 Kazimis. We have 2 days this month with 5 aspects each day. We also have a once every 164-year transit, a last of its kind new moon, and of course the biggest thing of all, my birthday, January 28th. Yeah, I'm an Aquarius, so you better have brought some cake, because you will celebrate this month. There's one other thing that's happening, and it's the fact that the entire month that is chock-a-block with aspects and transits, there's only one challenging aspect. Only one. When's the last time you saw that? I told you it's a rare month, okay? But with that said, we have so many conjunctions, including 4 with Pluto, the planet of power and destruction. So these conjunctions are incredibly potent. And I always say you create your reality. Here, it's truly up to you how you use these energies. All right. That would be the theme of January, too. We start with Capricorn energy. We end with Aquarius energy. I mean, those 2 signs are co-ruled by Saturn, the planet of life lessons and long-term goals and responsibilities. And as you know, with great power comes great responsibility. But thankfully, Saturn is actually really cool this month. Yeah, he's the authority, but this month, he's like the PE teacher, okay? He's got some amazing aspects that you're going to love. It's going to be really exciting. You have so much change this month right off the bat. I look at what's going on for you. You know you got a lot of money stuff, Libra. We'll talk about it. You have some surprise money moments, and relationships are going to be a big thing. But the fact that we're moving into Aquarius season where you're going to have, 5 conjunctions in your 5th house of joy and pleasure and love and true love and romance and procreation, sex. Yeah. A lot of y'all having kids. Congratulations. This is amazing. It's also creative projects. It's creativity. There is a lot of y'all going to be starting your own thing. You're like, it's very entrepreneurial. Anyway, even though these are potent aspects that you're going to experience, many of them, potent is the root of potential, derived from power, and power comes from inner courage and self-belief and empowerment. So you are going to have heaps of it because you brought your tool belt. And by the way, this month, you're not building a city. It's just a bridge. You're going to be absolutely fine. This is a great month. And you are going to hit the ground running on January 1st. Happy 2026. This is Thursday. Yeah. Not only is 2026 a 1 year, right? Welcome to 1/1, January 1st. So new beginnings right off the bat. And it is a loaded day. Yeah, you see Mercury moving into Capricorn. Remember, not everything's on the whiteboard, and we're going to talk about a lot of them. And yeah, there's a lot more in the back, but we'll talk about them. Some of them when we break it down week by week, but in your weekly forecasts to come. The big thing on January 1st will be the Sun and Venus sextiling the North Node and trining the South Node. Okay? 10 degrees. So 1. So right off the bat, you are working with your destiny, and there's some changes. Okay? This is your calling. You're setting up your mission statement. The Sun and the nodes are all about life purpose. You throw in your ruler, Venus. Come on. There's going to be some big moments, especially in home and family, but also work is a big highlight for you this month. All right. So what a great day to just go with the flow with the go, see how things go, see where things go, because this is the day that has the challenging aspect. Mm-hmm. And, it is great that we're just getting it out of the way the first day. It's Mercury square Neptune at 29 degrees. So it is potent, right? That's a critical degree. Mercury is still in Sagittarius at this point where he doesn't do well at all. That is your third house of communication. Neptune brings all that fog. So not a good day to make commitments. In fact, not a great day to make New Year's resolutions. I'll give you a day to do it, okay? But the good news is Mercury does move into Capricorn later in the day, and he pulls you down to Earth. Capricorn being an Earth sign, all that grounded energy. So this is really great. Your communication, your thinking, your ideas, very practical, strategic, goal-oriented, all right? And he will be here until January 20th. Now, Saturday, January 3rd, you got that full moon in Cancer, 13 degrees. This is going to be emotionally potent. The moon rules Cancer. So not only a lot of emphasis on home and family and loved ones and your roots and intuition, all of that, right? That maternal side, your paternal side, your nurturing side coming out. But this is your 10th house, all right? So there may be some things illuminated. There may be some things coming to conclusion or culminating, or you may be reaching a turning point here around career or your reputation or achievements. And I say that because think about June 25th when we have the corresponding new moon in Cancer that just so happened to be right at the time of the Jupiter Cazimi, the luckiest day of 2025. So that was special. A lot of y'all started new jobs, got promotions. There was so much activity with your 10th house. It is a house of fame. A lot of y'all started becoming famous. Oscar Wilde famous. Ralph Lauren famous. I'm just trying to think of Libras here. But this is the day that you will want to make resolutions because it is a great day for release and change. And when I say release, anything that's been particularly an emotional anchor, okay? Remember, it's 2026. Out with the old, in with the new right here. Now, the other thing with that full moon in Cancer, yes, focus on home and family and then career as well. But seeing what's happening for you, it seems like a lot of y'all are there is going to be some change. And I always say, if you're watching for your sun sign, well, I don't always say it, but for this in particular, if you watch for your sun sign, if you're a Libra sun, sometimes these aspects, lunations, sometimes they're not about you, but your circumstances. So it could even be like maybe a boss you find out is leaving, so that kind of changes the work situation. Remember, Jupiter's in Cancer, so it could be like you're next in line to be the manager or the boss or CEO. Anyway, Tuesday, January 6th is when we start we have a triple Cazimi with the Sun, Venus, and Mars. Okay. And this is when it starts. These planets are traveling together through Capricorn, which again, your fourth house of home and family. So the peak intensity of this would be January 9th. So write that down. This is a big one. This is a big day. Put it in your notebooks. Take out your Apple Pens. You've got a Venus Cazimi. This is your ruler. The first Cazimi. All right. And a Cazimi is when the planet is in the heart of the sun. So think about that alignment down to the exact degree. And it's also when a planet goes through its own death and rebirth. So it's a reset for Venus. It's a refresh. You get a completely reborn Venus here, who, again, your ruler. And in Capricorn, your fourth. So two things here. A, treat yourself, okay? You're going to feel this. Venus is love and money and beauty and creativity, pleasures, the finer things in life. Treat yourself, okay? Go to the spa, get the deluxe package. But Venus, as you know, is also very social. So do some networking and you're going to feel magnetic. You're going to definitely feel you're going to feel all that love. And again, it is a lot of it has to do with home and family for y'all. Now, January 7th, and that does include significant other. Now, January 7th, Wednesday, you will have Venus conjunct Mars. You're going to feel this, Libra. You know what happens when the two cosmic lovebirds get together in a conjunction. The most powerful aspect, they're merging their energies. Please use this. We didn't even get it last year. It's rare. Venus is reborn. You have an exalted Mars. This is your passions off the charts. If you're single, oh my goodness. This is your window here, okay? With a Venus Cazimi, with Venus conjunct Mars. Now, if Venus is what your heart desires, Mars is how you get it. So you do have to take action, but a lot of things are just going to happen for you. And honestly, commitments go a long way here. The other thing is with Venus and Capricorn in your fourth, it does look like a lot of y'all may be doing some renovations, beautifying your home in some way. It's going to be, you have a lot of emphasis here, and I wouldn't be surprised if you buy property or sell property or, do some house hunting. Now, the other thing, Friday, January 9th, that's when we have the Mars Cazimi. So, the Sun conjunct Mars, you have an exalted Mars being reborn, refueled, getting 1,000% of his powers from the Sun. Think of Mars and all his aspects and all that quicksand energy with those retrogrades that he had, right? So this is him being reborn. This is a completely refreshed Mars. You're going to feel this rush. This is high frequency willpower. This is you taking assertive, fearless action. And remember, fear is fiction. So just action, inspired action toward your long-term goals, okay? Especially in home and family and real estate and property matters. And your roots. But this is an initiation. It's a 2-year cycle. So with these conjunctions, I do want you to see them as the planting of a seed. Okay, this is going to be a 2-year storyline. But what makes this aspect so applesauce is that, yeah, this is the day they perfect Sun and Mars. But they're going to be conjuncting all the way to the new moon. That's a long time. Okay, that's a long conjunction. That's one of the reasons why this is such a powerful month. So please channel this energy constructively. This is huge. Mars is physicality, by the way. So you may be doing a lot of things with your family. And again, like, yes, house hunting, maybe being very active in the home. The one thing is Mars, it's Mars, and he's completely reborn and he's exalted. So he can be really competitive and he can be like a spear and a little impatient. So just remember, it's how you use these energies, but you're going to see a lot of movement and a lot of activity in the home space. Now, on that day, January 9th, up until the weekend. Oh, wait. Yeah. Well, we have the Sun, Venus, and Mars. They are going to be opposite Jupiter. We'll talk about that in your weekly forecast. These oppositions, they're not that bad. It's Jupiter, right? It always squeezes something good out of aspects, but there can be a little bit for you. Work and home. There may be a little tug of war there. But again, we'll talk about more next week, but there is payoff here. It's great. Now, if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon or your sister, your husband, if you watch for Ralph Lauren, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and I am going to throw in the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, will feel the Kazimis, Venus conjunct Mars the most. I'm actually going to throw you in here too. Venus is your ruler. Yeah, so if you have any planets, by the way, 16 to 20 degrees in any of those signs, all right, in your natal chart, well, those planets are going to be aspected. You're really going to feel these Kazimis. Now, what else is happening? Oh, yeah. Your ruler, Venus, is so active this month, Libra. This is going to be a big month for you. All right. Just letting you know. I'm just putting it out there right now. And remember, all amazing aspects. Now, we're at the busiest, most loaded flashpoint of the weekend. This 3-day holiday weekend that has 15 aspects in those 3 days. What? That never happens. When was the last time you saw that? Now, Saturday, January 17th. And remember, just this day, you will have Venus sextile Neptune. You'll have the Sun sextile Saturn. You'll have the Sun trine Uranus. And then you'll have Mercury conjunct Mars. And Venus moving into Aquarius. So we will unpack in your weekly forecast. That's a lot, okay? But it is happily ever after written all over this day. It is such a beautiful, it's a wonderful day. You've got breakthroughs, you've got freedom, you got opportunities, you have optimism with your goals, your long-term goals. You have a lot of work stuff. The one thing I'm going to point out is Mercury conjunct Mars and Capricorn. Okay, this aspect, Mercury conjunct Mars, yeah, that is what you've had. You experienced these, okay, over the fall, that you had things to say to people. It may have had to do with money, but it's in Capricorn now, so that's great. More grounded conversations or even actions that you take, but just, again, be mindful. It's a powerful aspect. It's in Capricorn, so it can be a little, bossy and blunt and executive decisions with no wiggle room. Thanks, but no thanks. But then you have Venus moving into Aquarius. You're going to love this. You are going to be so stimulated. You're going to be on this cloud 9 high with Venus and your BFF, air sign Aquarius. This is more about mental attraction. This is more about you're going to have deep conversations. And this is Venus, your ruler, the planet of love, in your 5th house of love. Come on. All month from this point forward. You're going to be social. Venus is in the sign of community, right? Venus is in the sign of collaboration and shared missions, but your 5th house of true love and romance and soulmates, but also creative energy, creative projects, creative expression, procreation. Like I said, a lot of y'all are going to be having babies. Congratulations. But then we get to Sunday, January 18th. We have the new moon in Capricorn, 28 degrees. 29 degrees. It's 28 and some change, but like 44, 45. So it's 29. Either way, it's a magical new moon. This is all about building foundations. This is when a lot of y'all are moving. This is when you're moving in with someone too, or this is when you are selling your home or buying a home. Capricorn, you're 4th. It's a big one, all right? Because Mars conjunct Mercury, yeah, that's baked into this, all right? And the higher expression is just walking the walk, talking the talk. You have enormous potential here with this new moon. So much movement, especially with home and family. But again, career and work is also it's up there, all right? And the new moon with Mercury will trine Uranus and Taurus. That's what makes it the last of its kind. Uranus is leaving Taurus in a few months. So we'll never have this again in our lifetime. At 29 degrees, the anaretic degree, this is a true ending and new beginning. And for you, this brings in a lot of activity around relationships, business partners, investments for your future, money, shared resources, joint bank accounts. This is loans and paying off debts and taxes and all of that. Royalties, inheritance. Like, this is a big moment for you. I mean, you could inherit a home around this time, but there's definitely some contracts involved around this time. I mean, you've got Mercury, sextile Saturn, right? So, and Mercury trine Uranus, just that alone, there's something here surprising, unexpected news. Maybe you make a surprise announcement. Maybe you have a big breakthrough. So please plant seeds. Please set intentions with this new moon. It's in Capricorn, earth sign. It's got really, really fertile soil. And speaking of which, earth signs, that'd be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and throwing in the water signs again, will feel the biggest shift out of this. But everyone will feel this. Look at all the aspects that are happening. Now, if you have any planets 27 to 29 degrees, yeah, you're going to feel it the most. You got big new changes happening. And then Monday, January 19th, happy Martin Luther King Day if you're in the U.S., but also happy Aquarius season. We're here. This is official. Welcome to the Great Awakening, the sun in Aquarius. This Aquarius, again, your BFF. You're gonna love this. I'm trying to get that glare. Anyway, you can see this. You have no idea. Get out of my way. You have no idea what you're about to experience, Libra. And this would be the first in a lifetime with all of this new energy. But Aquarius rules friendships and allies and innovation and humanity, as you know. Remember the glyph? It's, the water bearer pouring knowledge. Aquarius marches to its own drumbeat. That's trademark Aquarius, that rebellious energy, the embracing its quirks and authenticity is so important, okay? Aquarius is all about going against the grain, right? That rebellious for the greater good of humanity, okay? Think, Galileo, Rosa Parks, Mozart, Thomas Edison, Harry Styles, all Aquarians. But this is what I'm talking about. You're going to be channeling this energy. You're going to be experiencing this type of energy. Aquarius is known as the genius. And I'm an Aquarius, but I didn't make that up. That's when the ancient astrologers, they did that. But the reason why is because Aquarius is known for their deep thinking and for like pattern recognition and things like that. They're inquisitive. They hunger for knowledge. They ask the questions. So you truly are going to have this emphasis here. But in your 5th house, what? In your 5th house of joy and pleasure and romance, everything that I said earlier, creative projects, even recreation. I mean, this is going to be really nice for you. This is going to be absolutely nice because look at what's happening. All right. And that bridge that you built, oh, you're going to cross it because Aquarius rules the future. And you see Mars moving into Aquarius. Aquarius is also the disruptor, so you will shake things up. Like a, Polaroid picture. But look at what's happening. Well, let me just tell you, because it's not all up here. On this day, you have the Sun sextile Neptune. You have Venus conjunct Pluto. You have Mars still in Capricorn, trine Uranus. You have Mars sextile Saturn, and you have Saturn sextile Uranus. Yes, you heard that correctly. Saturn sextile Uranus, part of the prison portal. So this is a peak. Yeah. And Saturn and Uranus just happen to be Aquarius's 2 rulers. So we'll cover this a lot more in your weekly forecast. Just know you're about to have enormous breakthroughs and opportunities in ways that you never had before. It's right at that new moon. It's a 15 aspect weekend. This is a flashpoint. And remember, these aspects are all harmonious. They're all supportive. Saturn's here. He's the PE teacher. I mean, he's not going to make you climb that rope thing. You're good. You're good. This is going to be a very, very busy weekend. Like you don't see this. You never see this. And again, it's in your house of joy and pleasure. No one else's sign. So soak it up. You definitely will be soaking up that Venus-Pluto conjunction. Whoa, that is love. That's money. That's power. That's your values. That's investments, all brought to the table. This is going to be a big one for you. I mean, it's your ruler and it's Pluto. And Pluto natively rules your 2nd house of income. So big things to come. All right. Now, Tuesday, January 20th. Yeah, you've got Mercury moving into Aquarius. That's great. You're going to have that all month. That's very forward thinking, very original, very ahead of the curve. It is cerebral, right? Mercury's considered exalted in Aquarius. It's not official, but a lot of astrologers consider that because it makes sense too. Mercury's the lower octave of Uranus, which is Aquarius's ruler. And then now you're just moving into all these conjunctions. And you're going to feel them like deeply in your bones. They're so powerful. Wednesday, January 21st, you have Mercury Cazimi. So now the planet of communication and ideas and brainstorming and even travel, like Mercury now gets this upgrade. And then Thursday, January 22nd, you got Mercury conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. Remember, Pluto is ruler of the underworld, right? So he digs deep. He excavates. You're going to tap into your inner Daniel Craig from Knives Out or Mulder, Scully. You could have really deep conversations around this time when it comes to love, when it comes to true love, when it comes to, children, when it comes to creative projects. It's Pluto, so they can be intense conversations. Remember, everything is energy, including the words that come out of our mouth. Friday, January 23rd. Now you have the Pluto Cazimi. What? Yeah. You literally have the planet of death and rebirth going through a death and rebirth. We'll talk about this more in your weekly forecast, but again, in your 5th house of joy and pleasure. This is transformation. This is empowerment. But the magnitude of all these back-to-back conjunctions, they're penetrating, they're commanding. It's like you discovering superpowers you never knew you had. I mean, Pluto is literally transformation, right? So he's digging. There will likely be some truths coming about this time. It's you facing truth or being honest with yourself about something, or truth coming to the surface, you speaking your truth or standing for truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And as we know, truth requires loyalty to yourself, to others, and it is like whistleblower energy. Like you are going to be peeling back lids to secure your legacy, to build your bridge, because Mars will move into Aquarius, 0 degrees. And this is a surge of energy in this dramatic way. Because at this point, all the planets have left Capricorn, and thus begins your 5-planet conjunction in Aquarius with Mars and Pluto and the Sun and Mercury and Venus, all 0 to 7 degrees. But those are those early degrees of new beginnings. And Mars in Aquarius, you're going to give everything. You're going to give it all, everything that you've got in the tank for your future aspirations and long-term goals, with love, with creative projects, self-expression, children. Congratulations. And this is also seeing through the lens of humanity, which is what Aquarius represents. Big focus on truth and freedom and equality. So this is a big moment because Tuesday, January 27th, you have Mars conjunct Pluto, the 2 most powerful planets. This is that disruptor energy on a whole other dimension. And when I say disruptor, it's like Time Magazine's top 100 disruptor list, like that kind of energy. But it is Mars and Pluto. This is maximum overdrive. It's sex drive. It is literally in your 5th house of sex and procreation. It's no breaks. This is a particle accelerator for your passions, your goals, and your transformation. We didn't get this last year, okay? It's every 2 years. So this is a big deal. This is really huge because there's also money involved. Remember, Mars and Pluto are Scorpio's rulers. So that does bring in that 2nd house energy of, and you share that. I mean, Venus rules that house. So it's money, it's salary, it's income, it's finances, but it's also self-worth and self-value, and even relationships here too. I mean, Uranus, Aquarius' ruler, is in your 8th of building relationships and building wealth. You have an enormously special month. But with that said, remember, this is a very potent aspect. So just be mindful with Mars conjunct Pluto. It can be domineering. It's in the most rebellious sign. There can be some moments with authority figures, bosses, parents, things like that. Remember, you're on a karmic journey. Everything has ripple effects. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Use it for the greater good. And when I say use it, it's the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that's going to feel all these conjunctions the most. And I am throwing in the fire signs. And if you have any planets 0 to 5 degrees in your chart, buckle up, because you even see in between those conjunctions. Neptune officially moving into Aries, 0 degrees. Now, I completely forgot that I did a video on Neptune and Aries and what you can expect, Libra. All right, so I'll leave that video at the end of this video, but you got a little preview of that The reason why I really want you to pay attention is because Neptune moving into Aries, Aries is your opposite sign. And so that's all about relationships. That's your house, partnerships, contracts, love, marriage. This Neptune in Aries, it's going to be there until 2039. So really take a look at how your life is about to change. I'll leave that video at the end of this video. But anyway, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you. Libra. Oh. Libra, sun, moon, and rising for January 2023. Just kidding, 2026. Libra, come on. You make me laugh. You make me laugh. You crack me up. Libra. Libra Nation. I'm just looking to see. I'm going to tell you something else later. Yeah, I'm going to tell you something else later. All right. Libra, I do a traditional cultic cross spread, offers the best overview if we, need to pull, especially for a monthly reading. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will. Libra, y'all are amazing. I love y'all. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I don't know what day you're going to watch this, so day, or what day you're watching this. But yeah, just looking at what's going on, I mean, really buckle up, okay? This is going to be a big month for you. March is going to be really big for you too. Anyway, let's oh gosh. You're okay. You're good. I mean, you're going to get I'll give you the wise owl. Wow. Okay. Ace of Swords. There you go. Right off the bat, you got something happening. You're signing some contract. There's this new way of thinking. You got some brilliant idea that's you're going to take far. And this is, remember what I said about, with great power comes great responsibility. Well, you've got the biggest sword in the deck. You have the Ace of Swords. Aces. This is a big new opportunity. This is a big new path, a new journey that you can expect. Okay. This is huge. This is really big. So expect a huge mental breakthrough as well. It's just maybe a very important conversation that you have that you lead. And you're like, we need to have this conversation, something that takes you far. Oh, this is, you see the crown. This is victory. This is success too. This is everything. You're setting yourself up. This, oh my gosh. Look at what that does. Yeah. You've got the Nine of Cups and the heart of your spread. Remember, this is a monthly forecast. This is all about satisfaction and recognition and enlightenment. And it is the wish come true card. Yeah. He's sitting there like a genie in a bottle. Oh my goodness. You're good. You're good. What a month. What a month. Everything that you want. It does look like a lot of work stuff too, but even still, listen, you've got that Four of Pentacles in your challenge area. Yeah, two things here. One, you may, because of this breakthrough that you have, this new opportunity, something that brings you this, oh, I feel good. You may be coming out of a place where you were like, maybe a little stressed over some family matters or money matters or, that's going to be this month. The second thing is, because the Four of Pentacles is actually attributed to the Sun in Capricorn, this actually has everything to do with the foundations of your life. And so does what's happening for you this month. Remember, home and family is a big theme for you this month. And so there may be someone here you just have to compromise with. You have to have conversations with. They could be a bottleneck, right? With your plans, and it may be, I don't know, they may say, oh, we don't have the money for that. And you're like, well, I just got a new job. I'm making $20 million this year. So there is a little bit of, because your dream came true. Like, you're going to be good. Just keep that in mind. There may be someone who is financially, logistically, maybe you don't see eye to eye in like the house you want to move into. Just a lot of home and family stuff. Okay. But honestly, even like the foundations, your foundations, okay? It can also be you right here where you're feeling a little bit of, okay, this has happened and now I'm just putting things in order. But you have to really put things in order because you're going to have so many changes this month. But it really does feel like light, if that means any, like it's not, I'm not getting an energy of like, ooh, watch out. That the Three of Swords in your crown. This is your card, okay? It's actually attributed to Saturn in Libra. Saturn happens to be exalted in your sign. So there's something here. We're going to have to do that healing, that emotional healing. There's going to be something this month where you're good. It's like out of the old. And a lot of it has to do with maybe something upstairs. Because even though we know it as like the heartbreak card, it's still the sword suit. Yeah. And it's in your crown. And so for when I look at this with the 8 of Cups and the root of your spread, just no regrets. Okay. Because this is showing empowerment. This is showing, I've made the decision to leave this job or this relationship or whatever it is for you. Okay. I made that decision. And sure, it could have been a little bittersweet, but I know that there's something better for me. I can't get stuck in this. I'm creating my reality, and I see all the potential. You even see him moving to higher ground, and it is an eclipse, so it is a game-changing moment, but you are changing your life, and I don't want you to have any regrets, okay? And I say regrets because look at this. This is amazing. So whatever you do, it could be hard, but you're doing it, right? And then you've got the world. And that was the step that you needed to finish building your bridge because now you made it. And this is the end of the fool's journey, the hero's journey, your journey. Right here. Be proud of yourself. You've got you got 3 cards here where it's saying, be proud of yourself for your accomplishments and your achievements because you are going to feel it in January. You have that dancing figure here, dancing for a reason. Yeah, you made it. You made it. You're about to start a brand new journey. Okay? So this looks really good for you. This looks absolutely amazing. And your entire life is going to change. You know that. But let me show you something here. This kind of blows my mind. The world is attributed to the planet Saturn. Yeah. I told you that this card is attributed to Saturn in Libra. Saturn happens to be exalted in your sign. You've got the 8 of Cups attributed to Saturn in Pisces. Yeah. And you've got Capricorn card. Saturn rules Capricorn. And then you have the 9 of Cups attributed to Jupiter in Pisces. It's a Pisces card where Saturn is. Like, this is rare AF. And the Ace of Swords, I mean, there's really no connection to Saturn here, but Saturn is the PE teacher and allowing you to have this breakthrough. Saturn sextile Uranus. Planet of breakthrough. It's like, you're good. You're really good. I can't even believe this. I mean, from the 8 of Cups to the 9 of Cups. Wow. You do you. Okay, remember that's what Aquarius energy is anyway. Marching to your own drum beat. Let's see what's happening here first. Libra, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, share. Oh gosh, what's the other thing? Hype is a new thing. But leave comments. I want to see tell me what's going on. This is big. This is game changing. This is rare. That doesn't happen. Remember, Saturn is good this month. Anyway, just don't. Okay? Oh my gosh. Who do you get? Let me give you, you get these people. I'll give you Roger Rabbit. You're good. Oh, you're good. Yeah. Ted Lasso. You're good. I can't, this doesn't even, I don't even know this. I can't comprehend what's happening here. That's as big this is. Yeah, the Queen of Swords, your card. Queen of Swords is Libra. This is you making executive decisions. This is you saying, I am not letting emotions cloud my judgment this time. I'm got to make the rules. I got to say the things I got to say. I got to even mediate. But I'm the authority here. I got my head above the clouds. I'm making everything's very practical, logical decisions. Oh my goodness. You got the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Remember, I said this is a month, especially with all those Pluto aspects, but even just this month, even with Capricorn energy, it's all about truth, being, truth and justice, and even being honest with yourself. I mean, you have the two swords here pointed straight to the sky, right? That true perception. I mean, they're connecting with the divine. You're really good. You got the Hierophant. You got someone on your side, someone that is really supportive. He is the spiritual warrior. He is a bridge builder himself. He connects with the people. You see the two monks here, but this is inner wisdom, right? So it's the high priest. Congratulations. A lot of y'all are getting married or having babies with that 5th house activity and the 4th house activity in your home sector. If not, you're meeting someone that, that's going to change your world. I mean, literally, you have the Hanged Man. What? You're good. You want this. You want change more than anything. And what does that require in some circumstances as big as January? Your entire mindset. That's what's going to change things. If you're stuck up here in the same old, sometimes that doesn't work. In a year like 2026, it won't. And the Hanged Man, he hanged himself upside down so he could see the world in a different way. Why? The old ways were no longer working. And so this requires sacrifice. It requires surrender. You're doing it. You're doing it. And that's what changes everything. You're cashing in your karma points. You got the Wheel of Fortune and your final outcome. Oh, yeah, you're going to have some big changes this month. It's card 10. What we talk about? 1-0, that's a 1. And this card is attributed to Jupiter. Just blessings and abundance. What I say about the nodes are going to be so activated this month. You got some fated moments for you, fated new path. You're on you got the only 2 cards, by the way, where you have the 4 fixed signs in the corners. There's that bridge, that stability to your bridge. This new world you're moving into, a whole new, oh my gosh. You got the Hangman and the Hierophant, very spiritual cards. You got your cards here, but even with the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords, those are powerful. That's power in thinking, logic, communication, decisions, everything. Everything. You got the wish come true card. You got. I cannot believe what's happening here. Let's break it down week by week. This is this is rare. You can't make this up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You cannot make this up. But even with all that, okay, let's just, the first week, you know what's happening. We have that full moon in Cancer, everything else I said, but there was something I wanted to tell you. Thursday, January 8th. So you have the Sun, Venus, and end of December, Mars connecting with the nodes. On January 8th, you will have Mercury connecting with the nodes, Mercury being in Capricorn. So again, there could be something here, this fated conversation, something destined, something spoken into existence. I mean, this is big, all right? Maybe even a big idea of yours, but it's right at the time of the, Mars Kazemi. Let's see what's going on for you the first week. Wow. Well, first, frogs. I can't even. Yeah, the Two of Cups. I can't even. I can't. Come on. You're good. This is the soulmate card, the twin flame card, the true love card in layman's terms, but this is you building something with someone else, something special, something that is enduring, long lasting. You see the winged lion for all that passion. I can't even. And this card is actually attributed to Venus in Cancer. And so with the full moon in Cancer, there really could be something there. Now, second week, second week you have a lot. Remember, we have that 3-day holiday weekend with an enormous amount of aspects, but one that I want to point out to you particularly, Libra, is Thursday, January 15th. Venus, your ruler, will trine Uranus in your 8th house of relationship building, deepening relationships. There could be something you do to shake things up. You could open doors you never thought you could. So Uranus' surprises and the unexpected, but breakthroughs with Venus, and Venus will sextile Saturn the day before. So there's something here. It's great for first dates. It's great for appreciating your relationship. It's even like, it could be friendships here too, but even like business partners. Let's see the second week for you, Libra. There it is. Oh, you got the 9 of Swords. So there is something here, okay? Where, again, this is the week where you have, let me just see. Oh, yeah, well, it comes right after the Mars Kazemi. But this is the week where you do have that 3-day holiday weekend. So and Mars conjunct Mercury. So remember, be very mindful about that. Mercury being the mind, the words that are spoken. Remember what I said from the beginning. There's something here where I don't want you to regret. Well, there it is, right? And so you get to create your reality. All right. It feels like more like let me see something. I'll clarify that 9 of Swords. Yeah, the Chariot. It could be just something, because it's such an overwhelming month. That could be it. But it's also, remember, you're doing something that's for you. And it could be a little it may have emotional impact, but it feels temporary with that Chariot. I mean, that's you just Let's go. LFG, right? This is willpower. This is strength. This is taking everything that you've learned from your journey and using it as fuel. This is mind over matter. The Chariot, going after your legacy, your hopes and dreams and all of that. You're good. Now, where are we? The second week? Third week. Well, I mean, we really do kick it off with that new moon in Capricorn. We move into Aquarius season. There's so much that's happening. You have all those conjunctions. Yeah. Let's see what's going on for you. That third week with the new moon. And like there's this, you have the Six of Pentacles. That's amazing. So there you go. This is a card of like generosity, graciousness, gratitude. This is selflessness. There is this sense of service to others that you've been experiencing with Saturn and Neptune and even the North Node in your sixth house. Okay. And so I love that you got that Six of Pentacles, because this is showing that, well, we call him like the young Hierophant, right? He becomes the Hierophant. So there is even just something here, just this growth. And it's all by opening yourself up to others and supporting others. And if you need that support, oh, it's coming through. Yeah, it's coming through. And it's Pentacles. So it can be in a financial way. I mean, you do have, I did say you have your second and your eighth activated. Now, the last week, but remember, this takes inspired action. Take this inspired action. Now, Saturday, January 24th, I did not tell you this. Juno will be connecting with the nodes. All right. So Juno, who happens to be in Capricorn at this point, Juno being Jupiter's wife. Juno is your asteroid. She represents truth and justice and equality, fairness, all of that in relationships and partnerships and contracts and love and marriage. So again, something fated around this time, happening the same week with Mars conjunct Pluto and Neptune moving into Aries in your seventh house of relationships. Anyway, let's see. Last week. Oh, there we go. Oh, you got your card again. This is really good. Again, you're going through so much change in January. That's perfect. That's your card. The Four of Swords, that stillness of mind, that equilibrium. Yeah. With that Three of Swords. So that is showing that you're moving beyond that. You're having your moment and you're going out there into your brand new era. So Libra, I don't know. You're freaking me out. This is so bonkers with that. So much satisfaction here, but these two, oh my gosh. Anyway, Libra, thanks so much. Next week, we'll go deeper in the aspects. And then, second spread, we'll look at love. We'll look at career. We'll look at money. We'll look at a bunch of things. Tier 3 members, really good and legendary members. You know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. Libra, y'all are amazing. Libra Nation, I can't even. I'm like, what? If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, hype, leave comments. Anyway, Libra, y'all are amazing. I will see you next week. All right, bye-bye.